Good afternoon, my name is Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1530 10th Street here in Westland, Oregon. We're located at the front of the home, just off to the right of the front doorway. There is a 4-inch ABS cleanout. This will be the point of access. It's buried about a foot or so deep. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Okay, here at about 20 feet from the point of access, it transitions over to what looks like 4-inch concrete pipe. It'll be a little easier to see that when we drain the water out at the end. Okay, and here at 34 feet from the point of access, there's 33 feet, transitions to 6-inch PVC pipe. I'm seeing quite a lot of debris and standing water in the line right now. We'll see how that, we'll have a better look at everything when we drain it out at the very end. Again, I believe here at 38 feet we've reached the connection to the main lateral. I'm going to get the water turned off so we have a clearer picture of what's going on here. Okay, we've got a toilet flush coming down the line. See how the water velocity looks out here at the main. There's the flush moving past the camera. We're going to hopefully clear some of the debris out of the way to have a better picture of the line on the way back. I left the camera running there for a minute, and now the water's drained out a bit. You can see that this is the connection to the main lateral. Just waiting for the rest of the water to trickle off here, and we'll reel back. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back here. Everything's turned off inside. There's possibly a toilet that leaks a little bit, which is why we still have water trickling through here. Okay, right here at 30 feet, where it transitions over to concrete, there's a couple different spots where looks like there's repairs that were done to correct some probably old concrete that went bad. The concrete itself that does exist in the line right now is in kind of rough condition. There's a lot of aggregate rock showing through. It's still draining out okay in this section here, out from 30 feet out, but right here, this PVC section has lost grade. There's about 2 inches of standing water and a lot of debris built up in there. And it's level with the pipe that's meeting up to it. What will happen is that can cause debris to start building up into the other parts of the sewer line, and you have a much higher potential for blockages and backups to occur at that point. So I'm going to recommend repair to correct the grade here. The belly goes from 24 feet out to 30 feet. I'll mark either end of that with a green X. And then there is another spot in the line, unfortunately, here in the ABS section. This also, I wanted to point this out, it looks like there's possibly a root intrusion coming through here at the transition from ABS over to concrete. It looks like it's covered up with some debris and dirt and things like that, but that does look like a root intrusion that's coming through the joint there. And there is a belly in the ABS section of the pipe here as well. And that one extends from about 14 feet out to pretty much the transition here to concrete again. So I'll get both of those mapped out. And there'll be, again, green X's at either end of both bellies, and I'll mention the depths of that in just a moment. The line goes straight out from the house. It'll be in the front yard where I do the markings. Okay, I did go ahead and mark right here with a green X. We're about halfway out in the middle of the street, and it's about 3 feet 3 inches deep. So with a depth of like that, it's very shallow for being in the street. It may be difficult to attain proper grade depending on how deep that main is, or without reconfiguring the pipe beyond this point. The repair guys will have a better idea of what to do in that circumstance. But I do highly recommend having this portion of pipe corrected. There's a lot of standing water and debris in it. I'm going to go ahead and reel back here and mark the beginning of the belly. Okay, I do have this belly mapped out. Again, there's a green X at either end. It starts right at the street edge and extends out to right about the middle of the road where the belly ends. What's interesting is where I locate right here, and it's probably because I haven't dropped into the belly yet. We're about 2 feet 6 inches deep, so it would appear that there is grade, but there definitely is not. There's a lot of standing water in here. I think it's just because I'm in a spot where there's not standing water. I'm going to go ahead and reel back. I'd also recommend submitting the video to the city, as that is in the street, and that may be their responsibility to take care of. And I'm going to start this repair here at the transition. It looks like we've got a root intrusion through the transition joint there. And again, there'll be an X at either end of this belly. Okay, I did a marking here. We're right where the there's a white fence at the front of the property. We're just beyond that on the street side. I'm going to reel back here. It looks like this one, I'm going to recommend the repair from 14 feet to 19 feet. So it looks like a 5-foot section of pipe on property, and then about a 4-foot section or so out in the street. Okay, and this marking is right underneath the bushes in front of the property. There is a large rock right over the top of where I did the locates, and it's reading about 2 feet 8 inches deep. It's likely a bit shallower than that as I'm locating down through a rock. It's probably closer to 2 feet 3 inches after accounting for the thickness of that rock. I do recommend both those bellies be corrected. I'm going to go ahead and pull back the camera all the way.